All right, guys, cooldowns are in the beta client, and let me tell you, they're actually really helpful. If you don't know how to get into the beta client, it's rather simple actually. At the start of your launcher, up at the top right next to the X and the minimize button, you're gonna see a gear. Now this gear, once you click it, you're gonna in there be able to see beta client. At the top left side, you'll see beta client. Check mark that, and then you're in. Now, one thing of note, you will want to click verify before you actually hit play. I'm sure if you've never actually been into the beta client, you've never patched it. It also patches separately than the regular client, so if you have been in but you haven't been in a long time, go ahead and click verify. So with that, guys, today we're going to talk about cooldowns, so sit back, grab yourself a beer, and let's make some cooldowns. All right, guys, here we are. We are actually in the beta client. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump up here at the top of the bar. You're gonna see cooldowns over here between donate and target trackers. You click that and it's gonna populate this little guy right here. As you can see, I can move it around just wherever I want. I can hide it, I can do whatever with it. We're gonna have it right here just so you guys can see it much easier today. At this point, what I'll end up doing is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna click options. So with options, at that point, what I'll do is I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom left here, cooldowns. And what I wanna do is I want to create a cooldown that, let's say, is going to tell me when I activate stealth, it's gonna bring up a cooldown thing to give me a better sense of when I'll be able to either steal or re-stealth, right? That could definitely be helpful. Now we all know that it's about 10 seconds, but it's really hard to kind of keep that in your head. So what if we had a cool cooldown bar with it? Well, that's how we're gonna do this. So what we're actually gonna do is I'm going to do new entry, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and obviously, I'm gonna name it stealth, okay? So check mark. The bar hue is going to be, let's make it purple. You know, that way it's kind of like like shadow armor or something like that. Now the cooldown type we're gonna leave as regular. You can change it to be like a bandage timer, which would be helpful, a criminal timer or a PvP timer, but we're gonna go ahead and leave it as regular. Now we do want it to make sure it pauses during the world save, otherwise it'll mess everything up for us. Now the default cooldown, when we get into, I'll show you guys here in just a moment, like multiple triggers, whether you like a pass or a fail system, you may need two different system messages. So this would give a default cooldown for both of them. But we're gonna go ahead, we only have one cooldown, so we'll leave it off. So I'm gonna click add trigger, and we're going to be looking for a system message. Now we could be looking for an overhead message as well to trigger a cooldown after something comes over our head, which might be very helpful. So we're gonna go ahead and for the cooldown, we're gonna put 10 seconds, okay? I'm gonna apply that, but then the trigger text. We gotta find what the system message is in order to pull from it, right? Which we can do that by doing the action, waiting for whatever it is to come up, and reading it in our journal or looking at the bottom left of the screen. But I already know what it is. It is actually, you begin to move quietly, okay? And I'm gonna hit apply here, and then I'm gonna hit okay. So now watch this, okay? I'm gonna hide. So now I'm hidden. At this point, it's waiting for the the ready for the stealth, right? Which we're gonna see right here. And any second it's gonna say ready, okay? At the bottom left, you see you feel comfortable enough to begin stealthing, okay? So what I want to happen is I want right here, when I start stealthing, I want a cooldown to pop, okay? Boom, so now it's right there, stealth, and it's counting down. How cool is that? It's super cool. So then, right when it gets down to the designated time, boom, it's ready to go again. My overhead used to always tell me that it was ready, but now I have like a visual aid, right? If you guys remember in the streams, I'm always telling myself, wait for the ready, wait for the ready. Well, now I know that I have 3 seconds left before I can steal or re-stealth. So it also will help with strategy and things of that nature. Now, this isn't just good for stealth, right? I have another one here, which is very helpful. We've already set it up, but it's to steal, okay? So I've got it for 10 seconds. You successfully steal, or like we talked about earlier, the double triggers. You fail in your stealing attempt, right? Now I could have put the default cooldown at 10 seconds, but I didn't. I just made them both different. And the reason why is because I was unsure if it was the same or different. I found out it was the same. So either way, we're going to go ahead and see what Jihad Johnny's got. And we're going to steal from him. It looks like he's got a rope. You guys know we like to steal ropes from people. So let's go ahead and take that. So I'm going to go ahead and steal the rope. And boom, look at that. We successfully stole and it's counting down, right? And boom, right when it's ready to go again, I'm hitting my button. It's not working. But now that the cooldown is away, because we timed it perfectly, I can steal again. Now I failed to steal that time. And guess what? It's doing it once again for the cooldown. Very, very helpful. Another one that unfortunately I can't demonstrate to you guys at the moment because of I don't have the proper skills on this Echo to show you, but is the mushroom, right? So this one is extremely helpful. What we did here is we went into the system messages and we found the right system message that happens when you consume the mushroom, which is in fact you consume a magic mushroom. Now, since in the Wizard Grimoire, I am actually level 3 of the Wizard Grimoire. I can show you guys real quick. See, level 3, 6 points put in to create food. Then the cooldown is actually 1 minute, which is, in this terms, 60 seconds. So when I eat a mushroom, it's gonna start a cooldown from 60 seconds. Now that bar doesn't get like giant or anything like that. It's the same size, it just counts down much slower. One other thing is once you jump into general settings, you can actually change the height and the width of the cooldown bar to kind of be however you want it. Some people like it really big, some people like it really small. You know, it's up to you, whatever you'd like to do. And there you have it, guys. That's how you make the cooldowns in the new beta client. Now, one thing though, guys, this may jump over to live tomorrow, tonight, a year from now, maybe never. But keep in mind that things always change on Outlands, so this could be done a completely different way, but I will tend to leave this video up for as long as it's still very relevant. And at that time, we'll just remake it. We could have spent hours going over different cooldowns that you can do. What I will do though, is I will redirect you to the Arcane Academy, which is RU Kitten's forum post, where he's also added some more. Also in my Discord, we have an exact text channel for overheads and cooldown suggestions that you should use. So make sure and join the Pwn Star Gaming Discord and post some of your suggestions as well. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Shout out to the Patreons, the channel members, and you for liking this video, as it really does help with discoverability for both myself and UO Outlands in general. Also, guys, I'll see you on the live streams most evenings at 8:30 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube. Other than that, guys, I'll see you next week. Pwn Star Gaming out.